What is your most valuable possession? Is it your home? Your car? A family heirloom? What if I told you it was something you can't touch, can't see, but experience every single second of your life? What if it's the memory of your grandmother's laugh, the feeling of the sun on your skin that one perfect afternoon, or the quiet pride of a hard-won achievement? What if your very consciousness, the sum of all your experiences, is about to become the hottest commodity on the market? You scroll through your social media feed, and an ad pops up. It's not for a product you searched for. It's for an experience you once had, but the details have grown fuzzy over time. A memory refresh package, offering to restore the high-fidelity sensory details of your college graduation day for a small fee. Or perhaps you're struggling with a creative block. An AD Suhists, a Creative Spark subscription, offering you a curated stream of novel neural patterns harvested from the minds of great artists and thinkers, promising to unlock your own latent genius. You're grieving, and a company offers a digital seance, a deepfake simulation of your lost loved one, trained on every piece of data they ever created, so you can have one more conversation. This sounds like the plot of a dystopian novel, a far-off Black Mirror episode. But what if the foundations for this marketplace are being laid right now, brick by digital brick? You are living in the prologue. The core of this new economy is not gold or oil. It is you, not your labor, not your data, but the very fabric of your subjective reality. Companies are beginning to realize that the most intimate, most personal, most human parts of your life are not just abstract concepts. They are patterns of neural activity, quantifiable, reproducible, and ultimately sellable. The problem is no longer just about your privacy being invaded. It's about your soul being itemized. The gateway to this future is being unlocked by rapid advancements in neural interface technology. You've probably heard of companies like Neuralink. Their initial goal is noble: helping people with paralysis regain control of their limbs, or enabling communication for those who have lost the ability to speak. They're developing brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, that can read the electrical signals of your neurons with incredible precision. But think about the long-term implications. If a device can read the motor cortex signals to move a cursor on a screen, what happens when it can read the signals in your hippocampus, the brain's memory center? What happens when it can not only read but also write new signals? Early experiments have already demonstrated this is possible. Scientists have successfully implanted false memories into the brains of mice. They identified the neurons associated with a safe environment, then used optogenetics, a technique using light to control neurons, to activate those same neurons while the mouse was in a different, fear-inducing environment. The mouse, in essence, remembered feeling safe in a place it should have feared. Now, scale that up from a mouse to a human, and replace the clunky lab equipment with a sleek wireless implant. The technology to record a memory isn't just about capturing a video. It's about capturing the feeling, the entire sensory and emotional tapestry of that moment as it was encoded in your brain. Then there's the software side of the equation. Deepfake memory tech. We've all seen the uncanny videos of celebrities saying things they never said. This technology uses generative adversarial networks, a type of AI, to create hyper-realistic synthetic media. Now, apply that to memory. If a company has access to your brain as data stream, or even just a vast archive of your digital footprint, your photos, your videos, your emails, your social media posts, an AI could be trained to generate new synthetic memories that are indistinguishable from your real ones. It could create a director's cut of your life, smoothing over the bad parts, enhancing the good ones, or even inserting experiences you've never had. Imagine subscribing to a travel package that implants the vivid, breathtaking memory of trekking through the Himalayas without ever leaving your couch. This convergence of hardware and software is leading to a chillingly logical endpoint: the patenting of consciousness itself. It's already happening in a nascent form. Tech giants have filed patents for creating digital clones or bots of deceased individuals based on their digital data, designed to interact with the living. This is the first step towards what's being termed digital immortality. It's a service, a product. First, they will offer to preserve the digital ghost of your loved ones. Then, they will offer to preserve you. Your personality, your memories, your thought patterns, all uploaded, backed up, and perhaps licensed. The patent for a digital you isn't just a piece of intellectual property. It's a claim of ownership over the very essence of who you are. So, are we doomed to become walking, talking, Subscription services is the commodification of our inner worlds. Inevitable? Not necessarily. The future is not yet written, and the prologue is the very moment where we have the most power to shape the narrative. The solution begins not with smashing the machines, but with building a framework of ethical and legal safeguards before the technology becomes ubiquitous. The first and most critical step is establishing the principle of neuro rights. This is a new frontier of human rights, championed by neuroscientists and it proposes that your mental privacy, personal identity, and free will are involved. We need laws that explicitly state that your brain data is not just another piece of personal information like your email address. It is the most intimate part of you and deserves the highest level of protection. You, and only you, should have ultimate control over who can access, analyze, or alter your neural activity. This isn't a simple privacy policy you click agree to. It should be a fundamental, inalienable right. Secondly, we must demand radical transparency and algorithmic accountability. If a company is developing technology that interacts with the human brain, we, the public, have a right to know how it works. The algorithms that read, interpret, and potentially write neural data cannot be black boxers, proprietary secrets hidden behind corporate walls. There must be independent oversight and auditing to ensure these systems are not biased, not manipulative, and not being used for purposes beyond their stated medical or assistive goals. We need the equivalent of an FDA for neurotech, a body that ensures the safety and ethical use of these powerful tools. Finally, the most powerful tool you have right now is your conscious awareness and digital literacy. Start asking the hard questions. When you hear about a new breakthrough in BCI technology, don't just be wowed by the possibilities. Be critical of the potential for misuse. Support organizations and policymakers who are talking about neuro rights. Engage in conversations with your friends and family about what your mental privacy is worth. Be mindful of the digital trail you leave behind, understanding that this data could one day be used to build a model of your consciousness. Your attention and your data are the currency of the current digital age. By becoming more conscious of how you spend them, you begin to reclaim your power. The commodification of consciousness isn't a single event, but a slow creeping process. It starts with a seemingly harmless app that claims to interpret your dreams, a wellness device that monitors your brainwaves for focus, a social media platform that offers to archive your memories. Each step seems small, convenient, even beneficial, but the sum of these steps could lead us down a path where our inner lives are no longer our own private sanctuary, but a publicly traded resource. We are at a critical juncture where the lines between human and machine, self and system, are blurring faster than we can draw them. The conversation doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. We need to be informed, we need to be vigilant, and we need to decide, as a society, what we are willing to trade for convenience and what we must protect at all costs. What are your thoughts on neuro rights? Where do you draw the line? Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's start building a future where consciousness remains priceless. And if you found this exploration valuable, subscribe for more deep dives into the technology that is shaping our world.